know I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back, so they're really numb with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Now I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are ever looking to buy some cheap and reliable Madden 19 coins, head over to instantmaddencoins.com and use code MAZE at checkout for 10% off. What is going on, everybody? Maze-O-Matic coming at you live with my first official defensive tip video of Madden 19. I know you guys are probably used to seeing my face on these videos, but my camera is dead and I am about to leave to go out of town once again. But like I said, I'm trying to grind out these videos for you guys, get a little bit more consistency moving forward. So I got to record this video really fast with no face. It doesn't really add too much. If you guys are really bothered about not seeing my face, you can follow me on Instagram at BradyMaze. I'll put that in the description. I probably won't because I always say I'm going to put stuff in the description, but I forget to. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, there you go. Today's tip video is a defensive tip video. What we're going to be looking at is a defense that you can use in any situation, and it is a very simple, very dominant defense. The more you know your adjustments and your quick adjustments, the better the defense will be for you. Now, this is maybe going to not be news to some people. If you've been subscribed to me for a while, some people, it might be news, but it is no surprise. The best formation, in my opinion, again this year, for the beginning players and the people who aren't, crazy skilled at the game. 3-4. 3-4 is my favorite formation throughout Madden because it is so symmetrical. When you base a line, it is like the left side is the right side. It is beautiful, and there are so many good blitzes, so many good plays out of 3-4, but the specific play we're looking at, which is my favorite of all time, cover 4 drop show 2. A cover 4 this year, everyone has been talking a lot of trash about it, but it's because they don't know the right adjustments to make. So nobody else is really running cover 4 online this year. Everyone's saying it's ass. And you know what? Maybe it's ass for some people, but it has been very successful for me online when I'm running this cover 4 drop show 2. I'm going to go in depth over the cover 4 drop show 2, all the adjustments you can make to make it a crazy blitz, to make it a crazy coverage defense, and everything in between. Cover 4 drop show 2. To start, we're going to go against a shotgun formation, and I'm going to start pretty basic, talking about why I like it, and then talking about a lot of different adjustments you guys can make. So, I'm the Chiefs. I know I'm a Raiders fan, but I don't want to flip sides and stuff. So there's a cover 4 drop show 2. This is not base line, so obviously you see the linebacker is over towards the 30 and the other one's really close to the line, making it look like there's 4 down linemen. When you base a line, it's going to make it symmetrical. So you see that's what I was talking about, that symmetry where both sides of the formation on your defense are exactly the same. You got your linemen kind of winged off your 3 down linemen, or your linebackers are like to the right and left of your 3 down linemen, really close to the line, and they are involved in the run game. So we check run fits. This is what I'm going to tell you guys makes a cover 4 so special to me, is these safeties right here are involved in the run game. When we check the run fits, you see a lot of other coverages like a cover 2. Cover 2, instead of the safeties, has the corners on the outside, and then a cover 3 is not very good in the run game. It is only going to have one of the safeties. But the cover 4, sorry if I'm going a little fast. You saw I was audibling between cover 2 and cover 3. Cover 4 has both of your safeties in the run game, and for some reason, it is just because of their position on the field, they come and play the run really, really well. Additionally, you got 3 down linemen, you got 4 deep zones, you got 2 sideline zones, one on each side, and you got 2 zones in the middle. So it is a great coverage defense. It's very hard to kind of, find open holes very easily. This year, it's a little bit worse, I will say, but it is still very, very effective, especially if you have a really good user. So the thing that everyone has been saying, which is kind of a different adjustment they kind of added in. So what's going on with the safeties is these safeties in the cover 4 are playing absolutely nothing. Same with the corners. The deep zones are just doing a really poor job of playing anything. So what you got to do is before you do anything, triangle, and then you can do L1 is the sticks adjustment. It means like cover the sticks, watch the sticks or whatever. And that's going to make them play more things like down closer to the sticks because they're playing more aggressively. If that makes sense, you guys, it's gonna make your defensive players on the field in their zone coverage want to prevent from getting a first down rather than cover deep. So they're really going to try to play more aggressively and make more plays on the balls. So getting into the adjustments I like to make, I don't like to baseline ever. So I'm going to go back to whatever we start at right there. And these are the adjustments I like to make every time, no matter what. I'm going to show blitz. So that's triangle, then your left stick to the left to show blitz. That's going to bring everyone really close down the line. It's going to bring your DBs really close to the line. You see your safeties are now about 5 yards off the ball. Now that is scary if you're worried about getting beat deep, but it's pretty aggressive defense. And then you don't want your corners to get beat deep. So what you can do is singly adjust your corners to move them back. So triangle, then you go to the individual adjustment, which is X, if you guys see that. And then you can choose what DB you want. I'm going to choose the one on Nelson on the left side. Press him, that's square, and then I'm going to back him off with the right stick. Now again, that might sound like a lot just to do that one little adjustment, but if you know how to do it fast, I'm going to show you how fast to do it with the other side. See, that took half a second, not even. So if I'm going to restart the play, I'm going to show you how fast I can do everything I just showed you right there. That is show blitz and then back off my corners. You see, that took about a second. So if you guys are worried about that taking too much time, then work on your adjustments, and you guys can do that in about a second every single time you come out of the huddle. Now, this is going to have your safeties playing that run aggressively, 5 yards off the ball. You got 9 dudes on the field right now that are playing the run aggressively. So this is a great run defense. And then obviously you see the coverage behind it is great. I like to play hard flats always this year. That's just because the cloud flats play really far back. So hard flats to me are a lot better. And they're more aggressive, obviously. I like to play very aggressively, if you guys couldn't tell so far. Now, getting into some adjustments. This is like how you can play just base. If you are a beginning player, you don't really need to make too many adjustments. You play like this, you will be pretty dominant. You will beat all your friends. If you're playing the pickup games and your friends don't really play that seriously, you will be dominant just doing this. Now, if you're playing someone online and they're really good, you're going to need to make more adjustments if you want to be effective against them. So, I'm going to show you a few more adjustments you can make. This is a simple one. I like to sometimes user my strong safety. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this guy. You see how I just changed him to a deep half? So now that deep zone is supposed to be covering half the field. And then you can user this guy wherever you want. And this guy's kind of going to play more in here. And he's going to try to cover both these deep zones. And then that's another free zone that you can user and do whatever you want with. That's a little something you can also, if you're worried about the middle of the field, you can adjust that free safety. So to adjust these guys, sorry, I didn't even go over how to adjust that. So I'm going to go back to where I was. If you want to singly adjust your DBs, you got to double tap triangle. And it's going to bring up the DB that you want to adjust. That one was circle. I'm going to press circle. And to put them in a deep half, you look at your adjustments. The right stick to the right is a deep half. And then from there, you can use this guy however you want. And then also, if you want to double tap triangle again to singly adjust your other DBs, adjust your free safety. That's the triangle one. And you can put him in an inside third if you put your left stick to the left. Now he's playing in the middle of the field. Now you can, man this guy up on him and then user him. If you like, you can do, you see, it's so versatile. There's so many different things you can do to mix it up and kind of throw off your opponent, that every single play, you're going to be running something a little bit different. Now, this is something that I've been experimenting with that I kind of want to show you guys. So, this is a little bit more complicated. Again, I'm sorry if I'm going pretty fast for you guys. But you can slow down the video, you can rewind it, you can take notes, you can do whatever you want. So, again, show blitz, that's going to bring your safeties down and your corners down. Then you're going to back off your corners. And then this year, what you can do is you can cross man. So if you double tap triangle, you put your triangle, your free safety, you want a man coverage, that's a right stick up. Put him on, let's say, Roberts, R1. Now that dude's manned up. Double tap triangle again. Get your strong safety, man coverage, which is right stick again up. You got Nelson, square receiver. Now look at, you got cross man across the field. And then, but you're like, hey, Brady, you're an idiot. The middle of the field is wide open deep. So what you're going to do here, double tap triangle again. Your square receiver, put him in a deep half. Double tap triangle again. Your circle corner, I meant to say corner, not receiver. Put him in a deep half. Double tap R1. Put your X linebacker in a middle third. Now you look at this coverage. It looks a little complicated, but it is pretty fire. So I'm gonna run the play. I don't even remember what the play was. You see, everything's pretty well locked up. Everything got really locked up right there. Now, obviously, while my controller's vibrating, you see the pass rush is not great. It is not great, but if you got good D linemen, you're going to get sheds eventually, and this is such a good coverage defense, you're going to be able to, kind of force your opponent to make a mistake on the field. So, that might be a lot. You guys might be saying that is way too many adjustments to do before your opponent hikes the ball. But when you come out of the huddle, it takes 7 or 8 or 9 seconds to get to the line and hike the ball. And that's if you're not even making any adjustments. Usually it's going to be about 15 seconds before your opponent hikes the ball. I'm going to show you those adjustments right now because I know them pretty well. I don't know them that well, but I'm going to do them as fast as I can and show you how fast I can do it. Start in 3, 2, 1. See what we got here. See, look at that. How long did that take me? 8 seconds? It took me about 8 seconds to do that. So I'm getting that done no matter what. Even if my opponent's trying to quick hike me, I'm getting that done. And this maybe isn't the best defense that you guys can think of. You might say, oh, there are definitely some holes in there. But what I'm telling you right now is if you're mixing it up and doing something different every time, they're not going to be able to pick apart those holes like you think they are. Like, you see, that is pretty solid coverage right there. Might not be the best, but with a good D-line, you're going to get sheds, and you, especially in Ultimate Team, if you guys are playing Ultimate Team, you're going to get insane sheds. Now, again, you can run it normally. You can use this guy. Like, there's so many different things you guys can do with this coverage. That's why this is my favorite defense in the game. This defense is very versatile, very awesome. And the last thing I want to show you is a blitz. So far what I've showed you guys how to do is how to do the stock, just run it regular with you bring your safeties down. Then I've shown you how to user the safety here and run it that way. And I've shown you how to do the cross man version. And now I want to show you how to do a blitz out of it. And this is not, I'm gonna start this right now. This is not a good blitz that you want to run every time. You are sending 7. So this is a situational blitz. Your opponent is not going to be blocking anybody. He's going to be used to, having a ton of time because you only got 3 down linemen. And then you're going to come at him with this and maybe a 4th and 2, 4th and 1 situation. So here's what you're going to do. You're literally going to base a line. You're going to press R1. You're going to blitz all your linebackers. Double tap triangle. Put your square guy in a hard flat. Double tap triangle. Put your circle guy in a hard flat. Double tap triangle. Put your triangle safety in a deep half. Double tap triangle. Put your other safety in a deep half. Then you're going to use this guy. And again, this is, like I said, a very situational blitz to catch your opponent off guard. Maybe on this play, they got something deep going on. But obviously, you're going to get someone free. If you're blitzing 7, I'm not saying, don't go in the comments saying, what is that blitz? Oh my God. It is literally only used to catch your opponents off guard and get a sack and kill their momentum. And you can throw that in there maybe 3 or 4 times a game. And even if it doesn't catch them off guard, they got a quick read, the most you're going to give up is a few yards because they have to get rid of the ball in 2 seconds or else they're getting a sack. So you guys understand, if they got to get rid of the ball in 2 seconds, there's no way they can let these deeper routes develop because they have to get rid of the ball so fast or else they get sacked. And sometimes even if they do try to let it develop, you're going to get the sack. So that is a good blitz that I like out of it. Now, again, don't be commenting about how that blitz sucks. I understand. I'm just blitzing all my linebackers. I get it. And obviously, you don't even have to base a line, honestly. You can just do it like from the regular R1 right stick down. And then, like I said, all the other adjustments. And then that's like you got the same blitz there. And that way you don't even really give away what you're doing. Now, obviously, yeah. It's not an amazing blitz, so you're only going to run that situationally. Now, I'm going to show you guys basically how fast I can do that, because, again, I know I'm going to get the comments like, oh, my God, there's no way you can make those adjustments. Watch me. Okay, so we're going to start right now. Done. Would that take me 4 seconds? That took me 2.5. That took me 2 seconds. I did that in 2 seconds, so don't talk to me about you can't do it in 8. You can do it in 8 seconds if I can do it in 2 seconds. Just learn your adjustments, and you guys can run different coverages out of this cover 4 drop. And look at that. Even though they're in deep halves, they're still in the run game. And that's what I love. It is a great run defense. It is a great coverage defense. And you can throw in this weird-ass little blitz to get your opponent off guard. Trust me, guys, you practice it, you get your adjustments down, it's going to be fire. Sorry for the long video. I hope I helped you out. I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope it was on par with my tip videos from last year, because like I said, I haven't been grinding as much this year, but I'm back in 1 week. Give me 1 week, and I'm back to my old ways. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.
Now